Do-do. Good morning, everybody. It is noon on Thursday, February 23rd. Good heavens, it's already Thursday. Time, it does sure pass, doesn't it? Our plan today is to look at the games that came out yesterday on Steam. So that would be the 21st of February, 2023. And also look back a month at the games that came out on, what was the day? I think it was a Saturday. Yes. Saturday, the 21st of January as well. Not many from those, so we're going to do those first. They were, only 9 of them. I think there were a couple of red light games, so we're not going to be looking at those. And then for the games that we're looking at that are new, we have 32 of them. Actually, no, less. I have not removed the red light games here. Let's remove them. There we go. Trying again. 30. Yes. I just decided to graph like the total reviews because ordering by review number does kind of highlight the fact that very, very few games make any sales. And yeah, that's a bit intimidating. Yep. I don't know what else to say other than it is definitely a winner-take-all market on Steam, which is a bit depressing, if I'm being honest. All right. So let's start in January, a month ago, and on a relatively quiet day. And let's pull game out. There we go. Aha. Okay. First game from last month is Best in the West. Was this a recent? Yeah, this was a 1.0 release out of early access, I think. And it was a free-to-play game. So this was a free-to-play multiplayer Western shooter, I guess. I guess that it would get. Wow, I guess that it would not get very many more total reviews. Remember, I'm like basically I'm estimating backwards because I used to estimate based on number of sales, but that was getting confusing. So now I'm estimating a number of total reviews. At the time, it had 104 reviews. I apparently made an estimate in terms of number of sales that was exactly 104 reviews. So they proved me wrong. They did manage to pick up a couple more. They're now at 127 reviews. And that's still kind of in the same ballpark, I would say. Coming out of early access does tend to give you a bit of a boost, but yeah, about a 20% boost is in a month is fairly typical for 1.0 releases out of early access for games that have been early access for a while, even a free-to-play game like this one. All right, next one is Domination: War of Nations, which had no reviews day of. I guess it would get to 1, and it has. This is another sort of Risk variant. So yeah, that puts it solidly in Glass of Milk tier. Yeah, not much to say about that one. All right, next one is Keyboard Warrior Dream State Prologue, which had 3 reviews day of. And I guess it would get to 18 or 17, and I considerably overestimated it. It only got to 4. So I don't know if that's a trend necessarily, but it is something that seems relatively familiar, which is like if you're in the 2 to 5 range on your first day, you're very unlikely to get more, even if you're, again, a free-to-play game like this one is, which was a very weird abstract horde survival game. Like, it is a horde survival game, but the enemies and stuff are like just icons. They're not pictographic characters. I think the idea is that you're inside a computer or something. Can't remember, but yeah. It was a very strange little horde survival game. So yes, I significantly overestimated this one, unfortunately. Next one is Kill the Emperor. I do not remember this one. Okay, we got a bunch of guys mining. Oh, right, yes. Okay, now I remember this one. This is an RPG where I think you can fly sometimes. This whole part of the trailer is just talking to these guys. But, morning, Namata. Right. Right, yes. This is a very odd one. And I think... Right, yes, you can fly. See? Aha, I was right. Yes, you can fly. All right. Okay, so Kill the Emperor. It had pretty good reviews. It had 26 reviews day of. I guess it would get to 100, and I was very wrong. It did not get any more, and I don't know why. Oh, okay. Well, now I know why. It was coming out of early access. Ha! All right. Yes, we're still in the period of time where I'm wildly estimating how many 1.0 releases, how much a 1.0 release will improve things. So I guessed that it would get up to Silver Spoon tier, but it did not. It stayed in Cat tier, which is about where it was at the start, or when they went into full release. So everyone telling you that your early access release is your launch, they are 100% correct. Oh right, I like this one. This is Mega Zuggurat, which was a shooter where you're just shooting robots. Like there's basically nothing else to it. It's just shoot robots in this sort of weird Martian environment. It had no reviews day of. I guess it would get to 1, and it has gotten to 2, so it's somewhere in hamburger tier. They've made probably under $1,000 on this one, despite the fact that it looks pretty cool. I mean, for what it is, it's just shooting robots. Next game is Safe House. Oh right, yes. This was the Mob Among Us game, where you're all mafia guys, and it's a social deduction game where you end up shooting a bunch of people, and you can make your own mob guy. It had 1 review day of, and I guess it would get to 10, and I was 100% correct. Hooray! Success for me. I am so good at estimating. Definitely not random chance there. This puts it solidly in hamburger tier, which, you know, I hope they build off of this. Yes, I'm getting a little happy celebrating people in chat. Yay! I did a good one. All right. Moving on. I hope these people continue to support this game because I think it's a cool idea. All right. Next one is Snake Robot. Snake Robot has had no reviews day of, and I guess it would continue to get no reviews. It was a game of Snake. Like it was just the game Snake, except you can sometimes shoot enemies. Yeah, I guess it would get no reviews. And again, I was correct. It did not get any reviews. So this game has apparently gone effectively unnoticed. Yeah, bit of a bummer. All right, next game is called Starlight Defenders, which can't remember what this one was. Oh right, yes. Okay, now I remember. This is like a third-person. Wow, loading really slow today, huh? It's a third-person fighty kicky game. I remember the trailer that existed at the time was really no, go away. Was really vague, and I think all of their trailers continue to be really vague about like what the actual game is. Anyway, yeah, it was like this sort of top-down stylized brawler game. Anyways, it had no reviews day of, and I estimated it would get to 2, and I was wrong. It still has nothing. So, except here, it's showing 1 review. It's got 1 Steam purchase. Positive? Why are there none showing here? Why won't you show me these reviews? Huh. Okay. It's reading as having one review, but that review is either hidden or suppressed for some reason? I don't really understand. Anyways, so it either has 0 or 1 review. Still leaving it in glass of milk jar. And our next one is The King's Feast, which I do remember. I remember this game enough that I remember the name. This is the absolutely batshit game where you are a king at a feast and you throw your sword down the feast and like you control your sword to hit a bunch of your courtiers. Just the most bananas idea I have ever seen. It is just so nuts. It had no reviews day of. I guessed that it would get to 2, and it has. So good job, them. They've probably made back the money to the cost of putting this game on Steam. So they probably made about $100. And just absolutely buck wild idea. Yeah. I don't know what else to say to that. That is the game. Anyways, good job, Lantern Light Studios. You're still making me laugh. All right, here we go. So those are the very small selection of games from the 22nd of... Wait, was this the 23rd or 22nd of January? Ah, come on now. 22nd of January, right. Okay. And now we're going to move on to our slightly more in-depth look at the games that have come out today or yesterday. And there we go. As I did yesterday, we're sorting these by total review score, so we're going to look at all the 0 reviews and then slowly build up. I'm also going to take a sip of water first, and then we will start our first review of Boot and Shoot. All right. Here we go. Boot and Shoot. Yes, indeed. Boot and Shoot is for sale for $6 and down from $7.50. It is developed and published by Dismal Studios. All right, it has picked up no reviews so far. Let's check it out. Not what I was expecting. Stranded in space with nothing but a gun, hostiles start showing up out of nowhere. What now? Question mark. You can't escape, but you can boot and shoot, apparently. I'm gonna zoom in a bit just to see what we're looking at. I think are we a little spaceman? It's kind of hard to say. Yep, we are a little spaceman. Okay, you have a gun. There's these little purple enemy. It's kind of hard to parse what's going on here. Elite. Okay, so we have a wave-based shooter where you can kick enemies and shoot them. Okay, cool. All right. Let's look at their charts. They had 1 person play it yesterday. 12 followers. Store page went up, a while ago. April 26th. Right? Yeah. Okay. Very, very low followers per day. I think that probably... The capsule's a bit strange. It does not tell you what kind of genre this is. I think there's a cool game here. Like, I think that there's like lots of juice in the mechanics. Like we've got some good, like hit stun. We've got some cool, like camera shake and stuff. Like this looks like a game that would be fun to play, but it's a little hard to sell, I think, because it doesn't really look like anything else. And I would say that this trailer is not helping much. Also looks like they did basically no promotion for almost a whole year. So yeah, bummer. I think this one's kind of a heartbreaker. I think someone put in a lot of work to make this this fun to play, and I don't think anyone's gonna play it. What am I gonna guess? I'm gonna say low estimate is 0, and my high estimate is 6. I think. I hope I'm wrong about that. Best of luck, Dismal Studios. Moving on. 2. Dead Eat Dead, which has also picked up no reviews, is on sale for $3.89, developed and published by 5 Star Apps. Alright, this is a retro-style 2D pixel survival adventure shooter. You control a character armed with a shotgun and grenades. You need to search level for supplies and keys to open locked doors. You can push and move boxes, fuel barrels located in the game's levels. Also, there are zombies, but it does not mention this in the description. The capsule is just the text that is slightly off-center. Looks like you don't take fall damage, which is interesting. And you just die, and that was the trailer. Okay. We have some varied environments. We have like a pool section. There's tunnels under the water. Okay. Sort of a physics-based zombie shooting puzzle game, I guess. Alright, let's check the charts. Alright, one player played this, and February 9th again, in terms of when it went up. So not really any time. Picked up no followers. Yeah. Alright, I'm going to say low estimate is 0, high estimate is 1. Best of luck, 5-star apps. Moving on to Dragon Survivors. Dragon Survivors has also picked up no reviews, is on sale for $8.99, developed and published by Ray Trace Interactive. Okie dokie, we have a horde survival game. Let's just take a look at the trailer first. We have I think we have a cat girl who is the player character here. And then we have a bunch of sort of Koopas, I guess? And we died. This is a very long trailer at almost 8 minutes long. Yeah, it looks very, very close to Vampire Survivors, I would say. However, we're getting a proper noun as our first word in the description. Valkathian has returned. Choose a mighty warrior to play as and fight through hordes of enemies in a pulse-pounding action game. Gather power-ups, increase your strength, and see if you have the skill to last long enough to challenge the dragon. Battle against fate, period with no space. Prove yourself a dragon survivor. Okay, so we've got... Yeah, this looks like very, very close to its direct inspiration, which is Vampire Survivors. Not necessarily a bad thing, but I think that this came out a little too late to be this close to Vampire Survivors. It doesn't look bad, but it does look just not quite unique enough. If this had come out 6 months ago, I think it would have done pretty well. But it is not 6 months ago, it is now. And I think that they will struggle to differentiate themselves from the many other horde survival games that have come out since. So, yeah, February 9th as well, for some reason. So, yes, they also did not take the opportunity to give themselves any time to market. Not a terrible followers per day, but not great. Oh yeah, I'm going to say my low estimate on this one is 3. And I'm making that exclusively on the fact that it does have 0.7 followers per day, and no, I have to be more depressing. I'm going to say my low estimate is 0. I think my high estimate is going to be 10, I think. Yeah, I don't think they're getting out of a glass of milk tier with this game, unfortunately. Looks like there was some work and talent put into this one, but they were just too late. Timing is very important. All right, next game is Endless Dark. which has picked up also no reviews. And is on sale for $10.49, developed and published by Little Light Studios. All right, with an existential horror game in which you are tasked with keeping a sleeper colony ship intact. Oh, cool. That's an interesting premise. No enemies or NPCs share the ship with you. Only creaking metal echoes and endless darkness. Overcome random events, system failures, and the downward spiral of your sanity to see your mission through. Okay. So you're a little robot trying to keep a colony ship working. And there's sort of text adventure style interactions with a lot of things. Gaze into the endless dark. Gazing, and then there's a progress bar. I like that. That's very cool. Okay. This genuinely looks really neat. I can see why it's not it so far has not had any response. But it's giving me kind of Space Station 13 vibes, if I'm being honest. Okay. It's a good capsule. Yeah. One early access review. Oh wait, is this coming out? Oh no, this is an early access. Okay. Product received for free. I helped with playtesting. Random events offer 3 to 4 choices. The game's director applying what it feels like relentless pressure, despite being a turn-based game. Oh, it's turn-based. Okay. My review of this game is just me saying a lot. Okay, January 25th, 2023. So, not a ton of time. Some interest, though. Okay. Huh. This one's tricky. I feel like this one is probably like changing a lot of different things, I would say, right? This is not an established genre, I don't think. It's kind of a horror game, but kind of not. It's not an established genre, right? This is making a new genre, and that's tough. Okay. It has over 1.0 followers per day. It did not have many followers when it launched, right? It's only got 380 wish lists or so, only 38 followers. Okay, well, I'm going to say my low estimate for this is, I think, 2, and I think my high estimate for this one is... no, my low estimate has to be 1, and my high estimate is, I think, going to be in a month? 8? Something like that? That's a bummer, because it looks very neat. All right, moving on to our next game. To Halves, which has also no reviews. Morning, Para. And is on sale for $6.49. Developed and published by Terfelis. Right. That is an interesting way of spelling halves. Set out on your way to warn the king in a world divided in 2 halves. Your decisions will completely change your path. Okay. The description there almost completely does not match the trailer. Instead, we have sort of zombie robots. Yeah, I guess zombie robots. And a baseball bat. The fact that there is a king and the world is just divided in 2 halves appears to have almost nothing to do with what we see in the gameplay trailer. That's weird. The planet is called No Sense. All of the greens disappeared. Okay, so there's red and green people. So those weren't zombies, they were... Oh wait, no, you can be... Oh, every level has different mechanics. Okay, interesting choice on that one. That one's tricky. Okay. Well, I think this one is suffering a bit from being somewhat confusing. Its story is telling us one thing, the visuals in the trailer is telling us another thing. The screenshots show different games, so yeah. Hard to say what is happening, which is almost never a good idea. Only got 8 followers in that time, and I think that is mostly on the back of it being confusing looking. My lowest estimate on this one is 0. I think my highest estimate is 5. Alright, best of luck to Phyllis. Moving on. Alright, our next game is called Retired Waves, which has no reviews, on sale for $6.49 as well, developed and published by Bing Liu. Retired Waves is a narrative video game by Bing Liu, so this seems to be a solo dev. It lasts about 30 minutes and has no traditional mechanics, goals, or objectives. It also appears to just have a basic... Why did you show this? Instead, it tells the story of being wandering through their thoughts and reflecting on the meaning of architecture. Architecture. Hi, Cece. Okay. I very seldom say one thing definitively, but I will say, do not show someone walking off the edge of the default Unity terrain. Just, generally speaking, not a strong suit. I mean, I get that it's an abstract image, but no, don't do this. Okay, 1 player. Put up on the 4th. Got 3 followers. Ha. Well, okay, Bing. I kind of get what you were going for. I think you were going on for a sort of quiet meditative game where you walked around and looked at interesting art stuff. And if that was your goal, I think you did it. I don't think that trailer helped. Best of luck. Look forward to seeing what you're doing next. But I think I'm going to put my high estimate at 2, probably both of which would be negative in saying this is not a game. That's my guess. I'm going to take another drink of water. Hold on a sec. All right. Coming back with Roll Freak. Roll Freak is our next game. Which also picked up no positive or negative reviews, is on sale for $15.59, down from $19.49. Developed and published by QVQ Studios, which might be like an emoji for an owl's face, I think. In which case, very cute. Let's see. Roll Freak. Drag to move, hold to stop, charge to sprint. In danger, hold nearby hackable machines to make a way out. Okay, we have another game where you play as an orb, which I have come to realize is an actual genre. Or at least is a collection of games. We've had at least half a dozen orb games. Alright, so you're a little marble. You can roll around. You're in an environment, but it is otherwise, apparently, a puzzle platformer, I think. It's in early access. I agree, this does look like God of War and Wild Hearts. I guess? Steam's algorithm, what are you doing? Okay, we're going to check their charts. 1 person played this, 3 followers, and store page went up the 1st of February. Okay. Gonna say low estimation is 0. I think my high estimation on this one is going to be 1, I think. All right, best of luck, QVQ Studios. Moving on to our next game, which is Super Trunko Go, which also has no reviews. Is on sale for $11.79 and is developed and published by 88 Polygons. Super Trunko Go, and then we have a robotic elephant. All right. Super Trunko Go is a challenging top-down shooter that takes place in a thrilling space world. Navigate our hero Super Trunko and help him restore peace back to the planet. Okay, looks like Super Trunko's trunk is a gun. Help Trunko in this challenging shooter. All right, you're shooting bad evil robots. This looks kind of bullet helly, to be honest. Okay. There are definitely robot chickens shooting at your robot elephant, which is just very neat. You have a dash? This looks pretty competent. I mean, it doesn't look like there's much narrative or variation in the game, but the actual mechanics of play look pretty good. We have some good gifts in the store page. Okay. And this app ID is old enough that I think it's been up for a while. Let's see. Yeah. Okay. April 2nd. So they got to 51 followers, and then almost none of them have converted yet. Huh. Wonder what's going on with this one. I'm going to say my minimum guess on this one is 2. I think my maximum guess is going to be 16, I think? Yeah. All right. Good luck, 88 Polygons. Looks like you have an interesting little game there. All right, moving on to our next game, which is called 3 Defilements, not The 3 Defilements. Also, a no review game, on sale for $12.99, developed and published by Wisan Seikor. Okay, 3 Defilements is a hack-and-slash adventure game about a young woman who keeps waking up in the same place every day. She travels to find a way out of this cycle, passing through various strange places, and must battle her most vexing foe, her own defilements. What? Okay, it looks like you're... Okay, I think the phrasing on this one is very strange, but I think you're mostly fighting like copies of yourself. That's kind of what it looks like. Getting a strong Dark Souls vibe to some of these environments. I definitely think that there's a translation error here on the word defilements. Or at least I hope so. All right. Definitely something weird going on with this one. Okay, it looks like no one played this game at all. Like, not even one person. It's been up for a while. January 9th, 2022. So it was up for over a year. Gained almost no followers until the last week or so. 23 followers. So shockingly low numbers per day. I think I'm going to say my low estimate is 1. I think my high estimate is 3, but I really don't know on this one. It looks really strange. I would not be surprised to come back and see it with 0. So I guess, okay, I will put 0 as the lowest. I think they needed a translator. I think that was probably what my main suggestion there, because I think they're I think it's maybe sins, I would guess, is what they mean by defilements. Right? Because we have gold. Yeah, I think it's sins. Anyways, very weird translation there. Made me worried for a moment that I had dropped into a red light game by accident. Okay, moving on. Zero G Racer is our last no review game for today. It has on sale for $12.99. Developed and published by Zero G Racer. So we have a game that has the same name as the studio and production company that has made it. Alright, FPV Arcade Simulator. Drone racing with onboard weapons and ammo for fun piloting. Real-life driving scenarios for the simulator side. Alright, so it's a racing drone simulator, I guess. I mean, it looks like they have a good sense of speed. Seems like it's a little disorienting, but doesn't look bad. Early access requires a controller. No reviews. You guys made anything else? That would be very funny if you did. Nope, you did not. Okay, so let's check their charts. I wonder if this like went up really recently or something, because I would be not surprised to see a couple of people checking this one out. No, January 17th. Huh. Interesting. Only 7 followers. I'm genuinely surprised by this one. I would have been unsurprised to see, you know, like 10 to 20 reviews on this game, but guess I don't know people's tastes as well as I think I do. 0. I'm guessing I'm gonna put 10 because I really wouldn't be surprised to see some people playing this. All right, we are now out of the no review area of our reviews for today, and we are into level 1. One review, in this case for Animal Academy. Animal Academy has 1 positive review, no negative reviews, for a total of 1. It is for sale for $4.99, and it was developed and published by Team BPXI. Alright, Animal Academy is a rogue-lite casual game where you survive for 10 minutes with a cute hedgehog. Okay, it's a horde survival game. Good heavens. Not what I was expecting at all from the capsule, the description, or the art style. Alright. It's a horde survival game. Sure, where you're fighting snakes and picking up coins. Alright. Defeat 4 stages using a variety of weapons and skills learned from the 8 masters at Animal Academy. Sure. Use coins to strengthen the perk that can borrow the power of your masters to become stronger. Alright, well, I will give them points for creativity in terms of the horde survival genre. I definitely have not seen a horde survival game where you play as a hedgehog. Let's just see the 1 review that they got for this. I don't know what time it is. It's 12:40 over in Canada. They played for 2 hours. Really don't know what to say to this one. I was so not expecting a horde survival game out of this. Alright, went up February 9th. Got 5 followers. Gosh, I don't know. I'm gonna say my low estimate is 1. I think my high estimate is 5. Alright. Moving on. Best of luck, Team BPXI. Moving on to our next game, which is AnimuJump, which has 1 positive review, no negative reviews, for a total of 1. It is a free-to-play game developed and published by Beatmill. Let's take a look. Alright, we have an anime girl, a short anime jump game where you just jump and, well, jump. What am I looking at? For one, it does not look like we just jump, right? We weren't jumping there, we were doing something with circles. Okay, let's see. Is this a gag? Very short dinosaur jump when internet is down like game. Press space to jump. But you showed us doing other things. I don't know. All right, Crow is here. Of course Crow is here. Here we go. What are you saying, Crow? Crow's the first person. You can $5,000 to buy this lady a skirt. That's an expensive skirt. Thanks, Crow. That was very illuminating. Yep. Don't know what's going on with this one. I think this might be a gag. Like, maybe? I don't know. It's hard to say. Like the kind of game that you buy your friends to be like, I bought you AnimuJump. Maybe? I'm a little confused on this one. Like, the characters are drawn earnestly, so maybe this is a serious game and I'm doing it a disservice. Beatmill, is this your first game? Okay, I'm gonna treat this as a sincere game. They released it for free, so they just want people to play it, I guess. Yeah. All right, cool. Okay. I think maybe Crow's review will be the only one. I'm gonna also possibly put maybe three people will check this one out. Interesting job, Beatmill. I look forward to seeing what you do next. Like, genuinely, I'm sorry if I came off as offensive during this review. All right, coming on. Moving on. Okay. All right, our next game is Lunar Mountain, which has no positive reviews and one negative review for a total of one. It is for sale for $4.99, developed and published by Pixel Playground Games. Can you gift free games? Because I'll do it. I don't know if you can gift free games. Okay, players control a brave adventurer as they journey through a series of beautifully crafted 2D platforming levels. Set on a mysterious and ancient lunar mountain, players must use their skills and wits to overcome a variety of challenges that stand in their way. Okay, we have a little mountain climbing side-scroller game, I guess, with this little space person. Reach the top. Okay. Patience is key. It doesn't look like you can adjust your position in the air, so this is kind of, I think, sort of Jump King-ish. I came upon what I believe to be the ending rather quickly since there were no more platformers and the character fell infinitely into nothing while off screen. Controls aren't very responsive and the game crashed once or twice in initial startup. No way to close the game other than forcing it shut. Huh. Alright, so it looks like they don't have a lot of the sort of basic game mechanics working on this one. Looks like only one person played it. Game went up on the 22nd of January. 3 followers. I think I'm probably going to go with a low of 1 and probably a high of 2 on this one. Alright, best of luck, Pixel Playground. Maybe provide an exit button. I think that's sort of a core feature of most games. Alright. Our next game is, as I'm sure everyone is enthusiastic to learn, called Offroad Jeep 4x4 Car Driving Simulator. It is by our friends Yusuf Islam Sayen and Sam Dakar at Inspector Studios. This one has gotten a 1 positive review. It is on sale for $1.09, down from $1.29, and let's check it out. In this off-road game, become a great 4x4 car driver in a big town. Not sure about that one, buds. Alright. There's ramps. Looks like they have a new environment. This is not the city environment they've been using over and over again. This is a town environment. Kind of a weird choice to make like an off-road game in a town, but alright. They're clearly using the same car mechanics that they had before. For some reason, this Jeep also has nitro. Very basic game. Honestly feels like a high school project. It's not a high school project. That being said, it's not bad. Missing an exit button, though. What is going on? Everybody, please provide menus. You have to Alt F4 to close, room for improvement, but this definitely paid more money. I've definitely paid more money and had less fun than this. Yeah, I mean, it looks like a fun place to drive around, and it's $1, so I don't know. Inspector Studios release roughly 3 to 5 games a week, but I can't get mad at them, right? Like they're not hurting anybody doing this. All right, February 9th. 4 followers for this one. Let me see. I'm gonna say low is 1, and I'm gonna say high is 4. All right. Our next game is Orc Killer, which has 1 negative review and no positive reviews for a total of 1. It is on sale for $5.84, down from $6.49, developed and published by Mango Tea. This is a third-person top-down shooter where the mysterious map search and well-designed monsters and weapon blows give players a different experience. I'm going to zoom in because it's kind of hard to see what's going on. We have like an M16 and you're shooting orcs, like fantasy orcs, but you're in a modern environment. All right, that one had a bow, so there is some variation. It's not just all the same enemy. I mean, they ragdoll. So, okay, we do have some variation in environment. Now there's, like, we're in a fantasy mine, I guess. Wow, it's pretty slow to jump through things today. Wow. Wait, is there just like a giant blank section of this trailer? Yeah. There's like Orc Killer. And then there's like a huge blank section of the trailer. Okay, don't do that. That's probably not good. Very, very small store page. 21 gigabytes. Wow, that's a lot. Of cobbled together asset trash not worth your money, any amount, your hard drive space, or your time. And then they recommend another game. Okay. That's a lot. That's a very big game. 21 gigabytes. That's a lot. All right. December 23rd. Picked up 5 followers. I think this is probably going to stay at 1 review. And my high estimate is 4. Sure. All right. Next game is Battle for Borders, which has 2 negative reviews, no positive reviews, is a free-to-play game developed and published by Memory Shards. And let's check it out. BF. Okay, that logo is difficult to read. Battle for Borders. The purpose of the game is to demonstrate the military weapons of different countries and their use in combat conditions. Really? Alright, so you got tanks. This seems like it's mostly a tank combat game. It's single player, not multiplayer. It definitely looked multiplayer, but I guess it's single player. What are the reviews and why is it bad? After playing for a couple of minutes, I'm ready to write a review. Graphics, well, yes, there is something. Optimization, it's not here. Management, did not understand how to go backwards. Voice acting, no. It's Wargaming Nightmare. Optimization is perhaps the first and last thing that interferes with, at least somehow normally relates to the game. Okay, so it looks like they have some optimization issues. Okay. Let's check the charts. 2 people are playing it now, with 4 people playing at peak. They picked up 20 followers since the 9th of January. I would guess that some of the problems with this one likely come from maybe insufficient playtesting. I don't think that I think that this capsule does kind of get across what kind of game it is, right? It definitely looks like a sort of semi-realistic war game, but it's not necessarily screaming tanks. There is a tank there, but this logo, is very confusing. The F there is like making the two B's difficult to read. Your logo should probably just be your text. Anyways, moving on. Wait, no. I have to estimate how many reviews this is going to get. I think probably my low estimate is 2, and I think my high estimate is going to be 12, which might seem high, but it is a free-to-play game, and it is a military simulator, and those tend to do relatively well. All right, moving on. To our next game. I'm going to take another sip of water. Okay. Our next game is called Cruise Ship Manager Prologue, Maiden Voyage. So we have a prologue for another game. It has 1 positive, 1 negative review for a total of 2. It is free because it is a prologue, and it is developed by Image Power SA and published by Image Power SA and Playway SA. Let's take a look. Have a taste of managing your own cruise ship in this free version of Cruise Ship Manager. Maintain your vessel and sell tickets to the wealthiest of passengers. Issue orders to your crew and keep their morale high. Choose the layout of your ship and the kind of amenities you want to offer. Alright, so manage your game on a cruise ship. Looks sort of like Sim Tower-y, where each room does something different. Okay, let's check the real game here. Cruise Ship Manager, I don't know if it's launched yet. It has not launched yet. Alright. Great game with lots of potential. Unfortunately, I found the interface to be overbearing, underdeveloped, and flawed in numerous areas. Given time, it could improve. Promising game with the best main menu music. Really? That's an interesting critique. Okay. Huh. The environments are more detailed than I was expecting. Your cruise ship can light on fire? That's dramatic and not great. Huh. Okay. Well, let's check their charts, and then we're also going to check the charts of the main project. Main project is this one. Okay, Cruise Ship Manager Protocol. Prologue. Okay. Capsule's very clear about what it is. Cruise Ship Manager. So 6 people are currently playing it. And the prologue went up on the 23rd of December. Picked up how many followers? 66. Not a ton. But not terrible. I'm going to say probably low. Well, let's check their other charts, shall we? Okay. So their other charts are... They have almost 10,000 wish lists. Not bad. 1,200 followers. Pretty good. But they have been building this up from October 3rd, 2021. I just want to see how many days that is. 507. So they're at about 2 followers per day, which is okay, but not great. Interesting. I'm a bit worried about that project. If I were on that project and I were like the financial manager or something like that, or the marketing person, I would be a bit concerned because it looks like it's been in development for at least 2 years, possibly as much as 3, and it's gonna need to sell pretty well to make the money back. Yeah, my lowest estimate on that one is 4. I think my highest estimate on this one is 20, I think, probably. It's gonna be my guess. All right, best of luck, Image Power SA. Okay, our next game is called HIYOKU no TORI and has 2 positive reviews, no negative reviews, for a total of 2. It is on sale for $8.95, down from $9.95. Developed by Kamotan Project and IMEL, and published by IMEL. An occult mystery adventure game set in Kyoto. Detectives investigate to solve bizarre and complex cases. What did Kamotan detectives finally uncover on their way to the truth of these cryptic incidents? Okay, we have an adventure anime visual novel about occult investigators. The art looks pretty good. Are we going to see multiple environments, or are we just going to stick on this one scene with this woman drinking tea? Seems like this is mostly a game about maybe a couple of interrogations. There's not a lot of variation in what we're seeing here. Interesting choice. If this game does not consist entirely of sitting in your office drinking tea, then I think that they needed to be more diverse in their marketing ephemera, right? So that does, I mean, that does give me like an idea of like, it would be funny to do a detective game where the detective is agoraphobic and won't leave their apartment, and so everything has to be done by like talking to people and sending them to do investigations elsewhere. That would be funny. I don't know if it would be good, but it is a funny idea. The UI is very smooth and beautiful, and the fonts are also very beautiful, but can you tell me how to change the voice language? Please, I really need a Japanese dub. Do they have a Japanese dub? Okay, it says that do, but looks like it's unclear how to do that in the menus. Interesting. Let's see what this person is saying. First of all, it would be great if the text and dubbing can be selected separately. Oh no, you can't like have like English text and Japanese voices or vice versa or anything. I have passed all of the 7 endings. 6. Okay, so it looks like getting through like the whole game is about 8 hours, so relatively short as visual novels go. Okay. One person playing it now with 8 at peak. 43 followers, not that many. Let's see. There we go. And it went up 8th of February. That's not a long time. But decent followers per day. So I think there's a demand for this one. It looks like very polished visual novel, though again, kind of limited in scope, and seems like it's relatively short, with only 1 to 2 hours per route. Okay. My low estimate, I think, is going to be 4. I think my high estimate is going to be 30. Does not bear that out very well, but like the numbers don't bear that out very well, except for the followers per day. So this could do okay, I guess. Wide range here. All right, moving on to our next game, which is ReverseRoom. 1 positive review, 1 negative review for a total of 2. On sale for $2.99, down from $4.99. Developed by Suzoya and Sonic Power Co. Limited, and published by Sonic Power Co. Limited. Oop. No, it's not working. Also, when did Steam get these little dudes? Let's see. Do other games load? No, it looks like the Steam. Uh-oh. The Steam seems to be broken. What's going on here? Yep. Steam seems busted. Okay. So the main store page is working. Shotgun King. Nope. All right, their database is busted. Well, I can't continue with I can't continue without being able to look at the Steam pages. Darn. All right, I'm gonna wait for a few seconds, and while I'm doing that, I'm gonna talk about my own ruminations of my own game project, because it has been rather grim over in Wigglyland. last few days as I have been trying to put together like a pitch and proposal document for my own game project. I've kind of figured out a game idea that I think might be okay, but good heavens, looking at Steam pages every day and trying to figure out how many sales I need to make in order to like make my money back. It's a bit scary. I've worked out that like to be able to sort of keep doing what I'm doing and basically like make enough money to survive, I need to sell somewhere between like 50,000 or somewhere between 5 and 10,000 copies of a game, right? If I sell my game at $20, which is about what I'm planning, I need to sell somewhere between 5 and 10,000 copies, ideally on the higher end of that, which puts it solidly into Silver Spoon tier in my tier ranking system, right? 10,000 copies is somewhere in the range of 300 reviews, and if we're taking a gander at the games that came out today, none of the games there made it. Now this is within one day, right? But if we go back to our previous day in January, none of the games there made it either in a month. So it's a bit grim. I'm looking at my the game that I'm trying to make, and I'm like, oh no, I need to make a game that sells within like the top 5% of games on Steam. Just to like be able to continue living and working on this, right? Which is just wild. There's very little room here for error, and I admit myself somewhat intimidated, right? It's doable, yeah, but man, like, you know, I look at somewhere between 30 and 60 games per day, and the number of them that that manage to do that is it's remarkably slim. It's very, very slim. So yeah, I've been quietly freaking out about that for a couple of days now. Let's see if Steam has gone back up. If it hasn't, I'm gonna end the stream and I'll just do this offline. You gonna work, or are we gonna get another sad little monster? Well, we got no sad little monster, but also no store page. For the game developers out in chat today, I know Josuke is working on a game and Numata is working on a game. What do your numbers look like? What are you aiming for in terms of sales on your game? In terms of being able to break even? Oh boy, CSS is not working. Nope, we're back to B. We're back to an error. Hopefully sell at least 10,000 copies. So you're also looking at around the same range, right? It's tricky though. 10,000 copies is a lot. The numbers are stark. What are my previous game titles? I have not made any games on my own, but I used to work at Ubisoft. So I worked on like a bunch of Assassin's Creed games and Far Cry and first Watch Dogs, and then a bunch of canceled projects, which was a bit depressing. The indie space is very different than the AAA space. I do wonder about games like this one. One of the first projects that I tried to make when I was first starting to do indie stuff was a visual novel, and the math on them is really weird, right? They're some of the least expensive games to make, right? You don't need many complicated systems. RenPy, which is like the default engine for used in making visual novels, is very, very robust. It has been stress tested in hundreds and hundreds of games. But even with that, even with the fact that they have a very strong engine and they're very simple, the math on them is really kind of grim because they don't sell very well. Even like really, really popular ones, like the most popular ones of this genre that do not use the established engines like Danganronpa or 999 or something like that. The most highly successful games in this genre do okay, right? You're talking 2,000 reviews or something, I think, on Danganronpa. So it's quite grim. Like you really have to, I think, produce these games in very short periods of time, and then spend a long time marketing them for them to be commercially viable. I don't know if Steam's coming back up, everybody, or at least not in a functional way. Their CSS server seems to be down, or a bunch of different things seem to be down. But okay, there we go. That looks like it loaded. All right, let's try this again. There we go. All right, we're back. Sorry for my depressing little interlude there. Okay. Well, that was 10 minutes. Okay. Our next game we're looking at is ReverseRoom, which has 1 positive, 1 negative review for a total of 2. On sale for $2.99, down from $4.99. Developed by Suzuya and Sonic Powered Co. Limited, and published by Sonic Power Co. Limited. ReverseRoom is a new type of action puzzle game in which players must skillfully use 2 modes: play mode to move characters and puzzle mode to rotate the stage and change the terrain. Okay, we have a little box character, we have a little... Okay. Alright. Huh. This definitely looks like a Game Jam game. I'm not saying that as criticism, but it does look like, okay, this is a cool little mechanic. You can rotate the stage, you can flip it between 2 different color modes, which changes what is a platform and what is empty space. So it's like, this is something that it's like, you could come up with this in a Game Jam, and that seems pretty reasonable. Let's see what this says. The idea is interesting, but the number of stages is too small. Finished in less than half an hour. So yes, I would be really surprised if this wasn't a Game Jam game. I personally like it. There are only 20 stages. It takes about 30 minutes to get all the achievements. Okay. Interesting idea. I think this one is a cool little game, but it's very short, and that's not necessarily a bad thing. Another game from February 8th. Everybody liked February 8th for some reason. 46 followers. Huh. Alright, I'm gonna guess probably 5 for this one, with a maximum of... Game pricing is really weird. It really is, yes. You know, $3 for half an hour of entertainment, not really a bad trade, but for video games, it does seem surprisingly high because video games are wildly devalued. I'm gonna say 10. Best of luck, Suzuya. The Senex Bird. This is someone who has been posting in the Hitmag Studio Discord a bit, so I have seen this game before. I don't think I actually clicked through, though. It's a bit of a strange one. In this story-driven adventure, you're an old bird at a castle full of senile geezers. While enduring their bad gags, you're pulled into a conflict about cows and meat? ? On a journey to save Senex Castle, you'll meet quirky fellas, play minigames, and slowly uncover the truth while you try to stay sane. So you're an old bird, I guess, pulled into a conflict with cows. Oh no, the cows are fighting you, I guess? You're sent on a journey. So you can fly. You're like this bird with an old man's head. Very unusual game. 50% of the proceeds go to organizations supporting people with affected by locked-in syndrome. That's nice. Whoa, that's not what I meant to do. Uh-oh. We back to not being able to load things? If this is happening again, okay, no. Unique game with a peculiar but weirdly enchanting sense of humor. Brought this game after watching the super weird trailer and trying the demo. I wasn't disappointed. All right, played for three and a half hours. This person played for 14 hours. Pretty nice. Okay, let's check their charts. 2 people played it today. Let's see, September 29th. Not too bad. Let's see. Whoop. Just losing my ability to type. So, in terms of followers, got to 24 followers. I'm going to say minimum 2. It is possible that they get no more reviews from this because they're already kind of over their follower count limit. They only got to 2 reviews. Yeah, so I'm going to guess 2 with probably a maximum of 8 would be my guess. All right. Best of luck, Watermelon Pesto. Moving on to our next game, which is called Time Lock VR Episode Lumber Room. Interesting combination of things going on there. It has 2 positive reviews, no negative reviews. It is a free-to-play game developed and published by Will Rock Games. The player will have to solve puzzles to remove the Sorcerer's Curse. What? To solve puzzles, you will need to travel in time. Okay. Why is it called Lumber Room, then? Okay. What? What is going on here? Okay. Well, as none of the text is translated into English, I think it will be challenging for me to make sense of what's going on. The player will have to solve puzzles to remove the Sorcerer's Curse. Period, no space. To solve puzzles, you will need to travel in time. Fair enough. I mean, that is pretty clear, I guess. Brew a potion to remove the curse. You just put the 2 bottles in. All right, cool. Let's see. Okay, I went through this. What's next? Done in 15 minutes. All right. I also played the previous version of the game and can make a comparison. There are a lot more opportunities to interact with the world in this part. There's slight movement for better in terms of the visual components. Riddles are not much more interesting than in the previous version of the game. In general, a good game for the evening. Played for 45 minutes. All right, cool. So it seems like it's a short little VR experience. 2 people played it, possibly our 2 reviewers, and Game Store page went up on November 8th. Got to 12 followers. I'm going to say 2, probably high of 6. Yep, that's going to be my guess. Good luck, Will Rock Games. Moving on. Next game is Zhiel's Mystery. One positive review, 1 negative review, for a total of 2. It is a free-to-play game developed by Yanchovies and Exia and published by Yanchovies. Okay, Steam database. Don't fail me now. We're almost through. We've almost made it. Here we go. Zhiel's mystery follows chief detective Jacob Snyder and his path to rescue the mayor of Zhiel's, I guess, is a place, from the infamous criminal Edmund Newton. In his path, Newton has established intricate rooms full of puzzles and obstacles for Snyder to complete to rescue the mayor. But the first thing we see is just, like, gun violence. Has Edmund Newton hired a bunch of people to do gun violence at you as part of his puzzles and obstacles? Certainly seems to be. In slow motion as well. Everything in the trailer is in slow motion. Okay. Let's see what the reviews say. Very, very small store page. Probably a Bitcoin miner. These free games are always welcome, and it's nice that some indie devs release their work like that. This game has puzzles and some shooting. In the current state, the game has some bugs, but is a free game that just came out, so it's expected. I have no idea if it is or is not a Bitcoin miner. Old store app ID, though. That's interesting. Picked up 11 followers. February 9th. Again, everybody put up their game on February 9th for some reason. I think my low estimate is going to be 2. I think my high estimate is going to be 4, I think, probably for that one. All right. Best of luck, unless you are actually a Bitcoin miner, in which case I wag my finger at you digitally. Moving on to the next one, which is Arcade Pottery, which has 2 positive, 1 negative review for a total of 3. It is for sale for $19.49, developed by Arcade Party and published by Arcade Party. So we have our second game today that has the same name as its publishing house. Okay, very cute little characters there. It's time to venture into the world of arcade games! ! A mysterious game console has kidnapped your beloved streamer. Oh no! Have a party with your friends. Use your gamer abilities to clear the various games that are blocking your way. Okay, we have Mario Party style games, I think. We're like trying to beat an evil arcade game. Yeah, definitely Mario Party kind of games. Lots of different. So they got Snake, they had Breakout there. All right. I mean, it looks like they have a wide variety of microgames. It's called Party, so it is definitely referencing to Mario Party. Let's see what these are. All right, is this a 1.0 release? No, this is the early access release for this. Okay. We need Chinese. Again, emphasizing, if you have a game and you're developing a game and you can translate it into Chinese, because that seems to be like by far the biggest secondary market. It's a B-level game, and other players can't hear the sound when playing remotely. There's only one character voice, so all the children's voices are the same. The motions are all moving at the same time, so it's sick. The price is expensive compared to the quality. After paying attention to it for a long time, I finished trying the demo and downloaded immediately after. Opening the purchase Arcade Party is a collection of games suitable for multiplayer gatherings and offline multiplayer play, similar to Nintendo Mario Party. The quality itself is not bad. You can have infinite blood. I hope that's not true. That's very weird. Okay, this person has provided a very thorough review, but I can't really read it. Variety it offers, keeping playing fresh and engaging. Playing with friends is a great experience. The only downside is that the minigames between level is repetitive and can become tiresome. Okay, well, here's hoping that they continue to refine their game and add a bunch of additional stuff to it. I'm interested about their charts. 2 people playing it now. A medium number of followers. store page went up August 5th. 1.3 per day. Mixed. Okay, I think this is on Arcade Party to make this sink or swim. I think that they had a relatively low number of followers to, yeah, and look at their marketing, right? So it looks like they put their store page up, did basically no marketing until the beginning of February, and then did a bunch of marketing because they went from $26 to $262 or whatever in 1 month. And yeah, so I think this is what I would say is the follower line of a game studio that has a bunch of people who know how to make games and did not necessarily know how to market them, or did not realize that they should have been marketing them from like back in October or back in August, right? If they had been doing this kind of marketing the whole time, or even half of as much marketing the whole time, they would have several thousand followers here, and they would have had a big launch. Ooh, which is a bummer. Streamer collab could help this game get a lot of attention. I agree. Yeah, the streamers would be a good thing to reach out to. I think like kid friendly YouTube channels would be a good one to reach out to as well. So yeah, right. This is a game that clearly has a lot of ability and effort behind it. It has some neat hooks because it seems like they are deliberately referencing like old game like arcade games. The characters are all very cute, so yeah, this game could have legs, but I think that they may have misallocated their times. The amount of time you should spend on your marketing is roughly 50% of your development time. Roughly 50% of your budget and 50% of your development time kind of needs to go into marketing, which sounds bonkers, right? It's very hard to make video games, and you have to spend half your time doing marketing, and the answer to that is yes, because otherwise I think you end up in a situation like this game, where they have a cool game, and no one knows about it. And also, I'm worried that they are hoping that they are going to get enough money to keep making the game from this early access launch. Kind of. They're not quite there yet, right? Like, they're not quite a heartbreaker, but they could very easily get there. Because the story that I'm worried to see with this game is that they did a bunch of work on it. They made the game. They put a bunch of risk into it. They did not market it enough. It comes out into early access, and they're hoping to get enough money to keep like working on the game and keep going. But because they didn't have a big enough hit on their early access relaunch, they don't get that money, and then they never really finish the game. And that would be a huge bummer if that happened, because it does look cool. So I think my low estimate on this is going to be my low estimate is going to be 10. I think my high estimate is going to be 30. That's within the first month. I certainly hope that they do better, because that's not a ton of cash to get in, right? Like if they're trying to pay a dev team, and this is a game that has a dev team, right? You can't make this game with one person, right? This game probably has a dev team of like between 3 and 5 people, maybe. Oh, I don't have my estimated income in here, but even if they get to 30 reviews, you're probably only looking at somewhere between like $6,000 and $10,000, which is not a lot of additional runtime on a project like this. Bummer. Okay. All right. I'm gonna stop being depressing. I'm gonna wish Arcade Party the best of luck, and I'm gonna move on to Luckily My Arm is a Shotgun. All right, I saw that name before, and I was like, okay, all right, that is a good name. All right, game is called Luckily My Arm is a Shotgun. 5 positive reviews, 0 negative reviews. On sale for $3.50, down from $3.89. Developed by Antonio Freire and published by Merlino Games. Not what I was expecting. Okay. I mean, accurate description. Luckily, my arm is a shotgun. You're lost in a cursed island full of monsters. Luckily, your arm is a shotgun. Explore a mini open world and blast your way through waves of demons in this short adventure. Little isometric bean. Yes, little isometric bean where you're like shooting people with your shotgun arm and then they explode into gore. It is so zoomed in. Like, what a weird perspective choice, right? It's extremely zoomed in. Everything is very low poly, low texture. Like, we're looking at a maybe 64 by 64 texture on this thing. Just bananas. What a weird little game. All right. Fun for the whole family. Yes, I agree. Game is well polished and fun, but the game is short. You can beat it in about 30 or 40 minutes. Super fun. Not all games need complex mechanics and lengthy tutorials. Fair enough. Boy, let me tell you, I feel pretty lucky to have my arm be a shotgun. I agree. Legit defense. I don't know what that means, but I presume they're talking about the fact that your arm is a shotgun. Very silly. All right, 39 followers. And January 25th. So over 1 follower per day. So yeah. Okay. The name is really good. Like, a lot of the time I think that like the actual like title of a game is not usually particularly relevant, right? Like you could kind of pick any combination of syllables, and as long as they're mostly English, if you're releasing your game primarily in English, you're going to do fine, right? But in this case, I think luckily my arm is a shotgun is such a funny name that I do think that this is definitely helping out. The capsule is ridiculous. The game itself looks very silly. So yeah, what am I going to guess? Okay, I'm going to guess. I'm going to say my minimum is 8. That's if it completely loses momentum as soon as it comes out, because it's so short. Okay, Numata. I saw this game popping up for the first time very recently. Never saw the name though mentioned anywhere when I was seeing it, which is a pity because the name is great. Okay, I'm going to say my high estimate. I'm going to put 90, which might sound silly. But yeah, I'm going to put 90 because I definitely think that this game could sell a whole bunch of copies because it is very silly and it's short and it's not very much money. So good job, Antonio Ferrer. Moving on. We have another visual novel, which is, I think, our second one for today. Yes, it is our second one for today. Our next one is called Saintmaker Horror Visual Novel. Interesting that they put that in their title. I assume they did that for SEO terms. It is on sale for $14.39, down from $17.99, developed by Yin Yang Mobile and published by the same. So I assume this is a mobile port. It has 10 positive reviews, no negative reviews. And let's check it out. Very old Steam ID. Okay, a haunted convent, statues that move on their own, a buried past. Welcome to Saint Edelora's convent. Whoop. Where becoming a saint comes with a price. Okay. Okay. We have a storybook. The backgrounds look nice. Do we have characters? Ooh, spookies. Okay, looks like they're doing live 2D for character models. Mad respect for that, because my understanding of doing live 2D in Ren'Py is that it is a horrible nightmare. So maybe appropriate for this horror visual novel. Okay. Yin Yang Mobile. What have you made? You've made a bunch of games. Okay. Your last game was in 2021, and it was a coming-of-age Yuri game, which sold very well. Very, very well. Okay. Huh. I wonder if your horror game will do as well. You've already picked up another review, so that's not bad. Very short little store page. Shorter than the letter and not many branching choices, but it's got a bomb story. That's all that matters. So the letter is another horror visual novel. There are not very many of these, which is a bit surprising. Let's Pray with style. That made me this sad for the antagonist. Moral of the story is that you can pray away the gay. Really? That seems a bit weird. 10 out of 10, never want to enter into a convent. Fair enough. Okay. Let's check their charts. I think this one has been in production for some time. 17 people playing it now with 40 at peak. They picked up 465 followers, which is respectable. But they picked it up over a considerable length of time. I was correct. This is from November 2nd, 2021. So not quite 1.0 per day. But you can see that it looks like they were doing continuous promotion. See? They were getting a couple of people per day, right? Not a huge amount. They did some kind of festival here, I think. And then they did some promotion within the last couple of days. Oh, no. Nope. They just continued whatever they were doing. So, right, compare this chart to the chart for Arcade Party, right? I think Arcade Party probably would have a wider audience, right? It's a party game rather than a horror visual novel about Catholic saints. But these people very clearly did continuous promotion. That's what this line is telling me. And they ended up with, you know, more people buying their game by 5 times on the first day. So, what am I going to guess? Their last game sold 600, which is pretty good. Okay. I think my low estimate for first month is going to be 21. That's going to be my guess. And I think my high estimate is going to be 60. And I'll be pleased to come back and see if it has done more. Also, I think that my this thing is probably fucked up in some way because it is not accurately guessing this stuff. Oh yeah, it's definitely fucked up because my my estimate is all 0. Okay. All right, let's fix this. Hold on. There we go. Okay, that's better. I thought there should have been more hamburgers and cats showing up. Okay, yeah, I'm guessing this is going to end up being a Silver Spoon game in the next month or so. Okay. All right. Continuing onwards. After I say good luck with Yin Yang Mobile. Your game looks quite distressing, if I'm being honest, which is definitely what you're aiming for. Okay, our next game is called Soul Guardians, which has 6 positive and 4 negative reviews for a total of 10. It is a free-to-play game developed by Pictology and published by the same. I have chosen the genre and theme for my game, but I have not made that public yet. I'm going to make a pitch video and I think put that on my YouTube channel later this month. So I'm going to hold off on telling anyone right now. Okay. Yes, we'll see if I get it done. I'm going to try, but we'll see. I will tell you the temporary title for it though. I will give you a hint. So my temporary title is called Off With Your Head, and that's all I'm going to say on that. All right, Soul Guardians is a 2D cross-scroll action RPG game. Hired as a mercenary of the Empire, The protagonist goes on a journey to stop the conspiracy of the Dark Forces Undertaker, raising unique characters, collecting and combining chain arts to enjoy your own hot action. There's a lot going on in this description, if I'm being honest here. I'm guessing this is a gacha game. That seems like my guess. So I think this is a gacha free-to-play game, because it is far too pretty to be like fully free-to-play. Yeah, it looks like gacha game. Yep. Okay. Cool. I tried, but it's clunky. The servers keep going down. The button config is bad and non-intuitive. Tofu version of Maple Story, but different. Very fun. Lots of things to do. Not an automatic. It is a real game. Okay. Let's check their charts. February 3rd. Huh. Okay. So they didn't give them much lead time. I'm going to double check and see if this is a game that came out somewhere else, or if this is like if this is only on Steam. Soul Guardians Age of Midgard on Facebook. Soul Guardian 2 on Android iOS. Okay, looks like there are several other games in this series. Pictology, have you made other games? You have, but not, but only 3, and none of them are other Soul Guardian games. Interesting. Okay, hard to estimate on this one because the numbers seem really low for a game like this, which makes me think it's a port. It is free to play. Okay, my low estimate is going to be 20, I think, and my high estimate is going to be 90, I think. Yeah. Yeah. All right. Moving on. To Alchemia Story, which has 9 positive and 7 negative reviews for a total of 16. It is also free to play. It is by developed and published by Azobimo Incorporated. Let's check it out. Oop, we're down in the reviews already. Create the character you really want and explore the alchemy world with the help of Yomi in quotation marks. This is an RPG, PvE, JRPG, MMORPG, 3D cute. Is this multiplayer? It is. It is an MMO. Okay. Again, is this a port? Alchemia Story. Okay, this is a gacha game, so it's a gacha MMO. It's on Google Play. They have a fandom wiki already. Wikipedia, please tell me. Nothing on this game on Wikipedia. Huh. All right, I can't tell. Yeah, I can't tell. Okay. Yeah, can't tell. Not sure. Alchemia Story is the older brother than Genshin Impact. Okay, so this is definitely a release onto Steam of a game that existed elsewhere. Mobile games shouldn't be on PC sometimes. Okay, so this is a mobile port. Annoying Crow is here for some reason. That's surprising. Oh yeah, Annoying Crow tends to hit all of the free-to-play games. You can skip at least 20 cutscenes only to show me synthesis system. What? Okay. Let's check their charts. So some people are playing it. Store went up November 15th. Okay, what am I going to guess on this one? Both Soul Guardians and Alchemia Story are ports of mobile gacha games to Steam. I think I'm going to give this one the same estimate. They look very similar to me. Maybe I'm just not plugged into this market, but I would have, like, even now, 5 minutes after I looked at them, I would struggle to tell them apart. All right. Next game is The Light Brigade, which has 45 positive reviews, 1 negative review for a total of 46. It is for sale for $28.99, developed and published by Funktronic Labs. Funktronic Labs. A roguelike VR shooter. Whoops. Okay, can't hide that. Seems being a bit weird here. A roguelike VR shooter with realistic gunplay and immersive light magic. Ascend the ranks of the Light Brigade to unlock new weapons, upgrades, classes, and abilities as you fight to restore the light to the darkness. Okay, we've got cards. We have a gun. We can get shot by lasers. There's evil dogs, which I do not approve of. Dogs should be nice. Okay, we have some... I don't know what I would call this style. Like, it's not really low poly, I guess. It's sort of medium poly? I don't know. It's an unusual art style. Oh, and it's a VR game. Okay, cool. So VR headset, cool. And all right. I was expecting this to be an early access, like a release out of early access. That was kind of what I was guessing, but it doesn't look like that's the case. 22nd of February, 23rd of February. Yeah, all of these are recent reviews. Isn't it nice when a game you've been anticipated releases and it's just good? No ifs, and or buts. Just no nonsense to overlook to get to the fun stuff. No day one for performance issues. Gosh, it's refreshing. Yeah, I agree. It's always delightful when that happens. Recommend? Yes. Short and sweet. Dark Souls of VR first-person shooters. Huh. All right. Looks like people are really digging this one. App ID is from like middle of last year, I think, or middle of 2021. Nope, I am wrong. All right. Got to 578 followers since November 3rd. Not bad. It is pricey, but it's also a premium VR game, so they tend to be kind of pricey. Very, very nice ratio. Solid performance first day. I'm gonna say minimum is 60. I don't think that they're just gonna sell that little, but it's hypothetically possible that they just lose all momentum. Unlikely, considering the reviews are quite positive, but I'm hedging my bets. My low estimate is 60. My high estimate is 200. Yeah, that's I think where I'm gonna land. That might be overly conservative, but you know, yeah. Nice job, Funkatronic Labs. Moving on to our next game, which is Redemption Reapers, which has 35 positive reviews and 22 negative reviews for a total of 57. It is for sale for $64.99. Developed by AdGlobe and published by Binary Haze Interactive. I haven't heard of this one. Descend suddenly on the world. The macabre Mort armies destroy nation after nation, leaving humanity decimated in their wake. Among the forces resisting the Mort is a small band of mercenaries known as the Ashen Hawk Brigade. Okay, it looks like we have an isometric RPG. Wow, you don't actually see many of these. Okay, let's check out a trailer. Okay, looks like it's pretty well animated. We have a rather very bleak and gray looking world. I like the character portraits, they're very nice. Cool. Surprisingly, it's bare bones store page for a game that is charging $65. I wonder if this is a port as well. I actually like the game, but the quality of the product doesn't even come close to justifying the price tag. Still needs some work, a lot of work, but fun game with lots of flaws. If you plan on getting this for Steam back, best to wait until it's more compatible. Doesn't look like it's compatible with Steam Deck. That's unfortunately. Game does not support resolutions above 1080. So this is like one of those things where it's like, what is this as a complaint? Why are you complaining about this? And the answer is it's over $60, right? You get more nitpicky reviews for games that charge more money. So you kind of have to be flawless after you're charging about $50. Again, complaining about no graphical options above 1080. Generic, interesting take on the tactical turn-based genre. Not worth the price tag. It's not bad, but it just doesn't bring the value to the table. Huh. I'm not seeing very large playtimes on this. This person played for 8. This person played for 15. 13. I can't justify the $50 price tag. Graphically, the game is stunning. Cutscenes look pretty. Battle animations are varied. I wonder if this game would do better on... No, because it's like a top-down tactical RPG. They don't tend to do very well on like consoles. They do okay, but not great. Tricky. Very tricky. Okay. I think that this game might have done better if they had released at $35 or something like that. And they might have made it up for in volume sales. They may have priced themselves out of a successful area. Still, 100 players now, 303 at peak. They picked up quite a few followers. I think pretty much all the negative reviews are going to be mentioning the price, yeah. Pretty good followers per day. Looks like they really kicked into high gear in last week, and they did not have the store page up for long, December 13th. So very, very high followers per day. It does look really cool, right? Very stylish. Okay. So I think my low estimate on this one is going to be 70, I think. No. I mean, are they really going to lose all momentum? 88 followers per day. No. No. I will say minimum is 150, I think. High estimate is 300. But that price is going to sting them. Okay. All right. Last game for today, everybody. Gravity Field, which has 115 positive reviews to 36 negative, for a total of 151. It is for sale for $2.69, down from $4.49. Developed and published by Kazakov Studios. Gravity Field is a spatial logic puzzle game with time-inverted objects with no top or bottom. What? All right, looks like we have a kind of Portal-like game, I think, where we have like a room-based puzzle game with some interesting abstractions. What? Trailer. Show me gameplay. Show me verbs. What am I doing? Okay, here we go. Now we're getting verbs. Okay, we've got some... It's a little unclear what's going on. Like, we definitely have like different gravity fields that we're moving around through. but it's unclear what any of them mean. Okay. Still, a lot of people played this. You're gonna get dizzy. Awesome game. Early access. Okay, so that explains what's going on. I was like, this does not feel like a game that would get to 151 reviews in one day. Not that it looks bad, but just that it doesn't look like it would have that kind of velocity because it's not instantly understandable. And it is an early an early access 1.0 release, right? From a while ago. This review is from 2021. This review is also from 2021. Let's see, did they release? It doesn't look like they are showing their releases on their store page. So I don't know if they did an update for their 1.0 release. Okay, let's check their page, their charts. For 431 followers. September 23rd, 2020. So a while ago. Interesting. What am I going to guess for my low estimate? Okay, I'm going to guess for my low estimate. Gosh, what do I guess on this? Low estimate. 160 low estimate. That seems really low, but and then I think 170 for my high estimate. I really don't think that that's gonna take off from the 1.0 release. Interesting though, interesting game. They're Kazakov Studios. All right, so that's it for me today. We do have the usual list of tags, and it is the usual culprits in the top 10 or so. So we have single player, action, indie, 3D, adventure, casual, cute, 2D, and surprisingly, fantasy is our top genre tag, or I suppose literary genre tag. Getting down into weirder ones. I don't remember us having a city builder today. Anyways, so yeah, that was all of our games. Thank you for hanging out with me while we looked at all of these to everybody, and I hope you have a lovely Thursday. I will be back tomorrow with more games.